Hi and welcome to Maths with Megan. In this video we are looking at solving equations that have variables on both sides. For the first question you can see that we have got variables on both sides. That's because on one side of the equation we've got a 5x and on the other side of the equation we have a 4x. So what we want to do is we want to solve for the value of x. So we are going to have to gather all of the x's on one side. So what is smaller, 5x or 4x? 4x is smaller. So what we want to do is we want to move the 4x over to the left-hand side to join the 5x. Now, how do you get rid of a positive 4x? We have to take away 4x from both sides. We do the inverse. When we do that, we end up with 5x, add 4, take away 4x on the left, and then on the right we've got rid of this 4x, so we've got just 8. Now we can do something called collecting like terms on the left hand side. We've got a 5x and a take away 4x. So what we can do is we can collect them by doing 5x take away 4x, which just equals 1x or x. And we've still got our plus 4 equals 8. So all I've done there is I've done 5x take away 4x actually just equals 1x. So we can simplify that to x add 4 equals 8. How do you get rid of a plus 4? We do the inverse, which is taking away 4. That leaves us with just x on the left, and on the right, 8 take away 4 is just 4. So we've solved for the value of x. Looking at the one on the right-hand side, 3x add 20 equals 7x add 8. Which x am I going to move? Is it going to be the 3x or the 7x? We are going to move the 3x because it's the smaller one. 3x is smaller than 7x. How do you get rid of a positive 3x? We have to take away 3x from both sides. When we do that, that leaves us with just 20 on this left-hand side. And on the right-hand side, we've still got our 7x add 8, but we've also got this take away 3x joined. Now, just as I did previously, as these are both x terms, a 7x and a take away 3x, we can collect those like terms to simplify. 7x take away 3x is 4x. So I'm going to just rewrite that as 20 equals 4x add 8. Now I want to get rid of this plus 8. How do you get rid of a plus 8? Well, you have to take away 8 from both sides. When you do that, you are left with, on the left-hand side, 12 is equal to, and on the right-hand side, just 4x. Very last thing we need to do, we need to get rid of this times by 4. And how do you get rid of a times by 4? You divide by 4. We do that to both sides. 12 divided by 4 is 3, and we are left with just x. So x is equal to 3, or 3 is equal to x. The one on the left now, slightly more tricky. If you have a look at the question, 8x minus 4 equals minus 4x add 32. Why do you think this question might be slightly more difficult than the previous examples? It's because we've got a minus 4x, but our method still applies, still the same. How do you collect the x's now? What is smaller? Is it an 8x or is it a minus 4x? It's the minus 4x is the smaller one. So this is what we want to move. How do you get rid of a minus 4x? If you think about the previous examples, when we wanted to get rid of a positive 3x, we did a take away 3x. How do you think you get rid of a negative 4x? We are going to add 4x on, doing the inverse. We do that to both sides. So on the left, we get 8x minus 4 add 4x equals just 32 because we've got rid of this. Now we can see we've got an 8x and a 4x on the same side. So we can simplify this. We can do 8x add 4x, which is 12x. So we can write that left-hand side as 12x take away 4 equals 32. Next step, we need to get rid of a take away 4. We do that by adding 4 to both sides, doing the inverse. So we've got 12x equals 36. And then to finish off, how do you get rid of a times by 12? We divide by 12. We do that to both sides. So x equals 3. Pause the video, have a go at the 3 questions on the right hand side. Okay, let's see how you did. Your first one, x is equal to 6. Your second one, x is 10 or 10 is x. And last one, x is equal to 4. If you manage to get all 3 of those right, very well done. Remember with this, when we're collecting our x's, because they're on both sides, what we want to do is we want to look for the smaller x and gather that to the other one. So in the first example, we want to move the positive 3x over by taking 3x from both sides. On the second one, we want to move the 5x over because that's smaller than 8x. So we take the 5x away from both sides. And the last one, slightly more difficult, we've got a 2x and a minus 5x. So we want to move the minus 5x over by adding 5x to both sides. In our next video, we will be showing you how to solve equations where we also have to expand brackets and also combining that with expanding with variables on both sides.